Howdy y'all, Goose here, and today is October 12th. CPI data was released this morning, and there was a lot of action in today's market. So let's just go over kind of what I took and potential trades that I missed. Right off the bat, we're going to start with NQ actually. So NQ also had a sharp move down, just like ES did, off the data, and at the time we were in a potential resistance zone, so I wasn't even really looking at NQ for a trade, but this zone is now invalid because we've pretty much broken broken through on both sides and back. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this here. But what a potential good trade was there in the morning, which was the resistance we had from the last 2 days becoming possibly support. So off the data, we bounce off near that area, and then as we're coming back down for a retest, we see at the open support coming in, coming back for another retest, and that's sort of where we had enough touches here on the support side, and it was a decent resistance the last 2 days to at least risk trying to get back to the pre-market highs or lows. So missed that trade. This is kind of what that trade would have looked like. Could have taken it, I think, as this came back down and showed resistance, or showed support, which were these wicks coming in on the 3-minute candles. We see the green candle forming. I mean, you could have taken it off the formation of the green candle here, or waited. Actually, I think the completion of this candle, this green candle right here, would have been the way I would have taken it. Something like that, and risked off of the pre-market lows from the data. Normally on a trade like this, I would go for a 2R, and I would have probably went for pre-market resistance. Pre-market support turn resistance. So would have done something like that, and wouldn't have been too long of a trade, but didn't catch it. That's okay. What I did catch was on ES. So the day was fairly slow after the big move in the morning, so we sold off on ES at the open and just started trending upwards. So I right away was looking for a pullback. There was a fair value gap on the 1-minute chart. Zoom in. So no, sorry. Here we go. So the gaps I was looking for were like right here, and we really came right to fill it and bounced out. So it was a nice entry. I was sitting here for a while. I think I had my entry sitting ever since we took out this level. I'm gonna go ahead and put that live trade sped up at the end of the video if you care to kind of take a look at how that went down. And then what I was targeting was the pre-market. Let me make this a little nicer again. So if we go back to let's go to a 5-minute chart. So I was targeting basically the opening print for TP1, and that got so close before pulling back. It came really close again before pulling back. But what made me hold and do something a little interesting, I ended up moving my TP1 up higher, up to where you can see this 4417 area is. I moved it because I saw an ascending triangle forming. So even though I missed these, the nice thing was we had these higher lows coming in, and I just figured, okay, if this does hit, which it looked like it was going to, it would cause a break and it would push, catch some liquidity and at least push another few points. So that was my thought process. I went ahead and put that there, moved that TP1 there. I had TP2 a little bit higher up at this sort of this swing high, I guess, or internal high right here. So I didn't get TP2. TP1 hit, and the second half of my holdings, which were pretty small, I was only in on 4 micro ES contracts, but those other 2 I had to stop just under this support from when the data dropped, which kind of was acting as a resistance throughout the morning. But yeah, I had that there, and something I forgot, bond auction data was dropping at 1 p.m. So come come 1 p.m. right here, we just take a nosedive really, really, really quickly. So I wish I had kind of noticed that was popping up. This is now the second time I've lost track of afternoon data coming in. So I think I need to just start setting some alarms in the morning because I remembered looking at it. I just lost track of time. But that took me out just underneath this previous support, and I was done for the day at that. So I captured 10 points on that second half, and then what is this? Yeah, 80 ticks, so 20 points off the first half. So roughly in the realm of 15 to 16 points average on this trade. And again, small size, so nothing huge. My account's now almost made up for yesterday's mishap. Not quite back to the 25K starting limit. After that, I just sort of stayed out of the market. This thing took a pretty big nosedive down, and there wasn't a great trade opportunity down here. I was looking for the recovery bounce, but nothing presented itself on the 1 minute. I was sort of looking for a silver bullet play here. Had my gaps marked out, but mainly this one lower, and we never came back in to fill it. So a little unfortunate there, but that's okay. End of the day green, so I'll take it. Hopefully tomorrow's got a good setup in store and we can end the week green. But just trying to be very careful and cautious. I think that's why I took the smaller size on the trade earlier. I would have made quite a bit, but my confidence again was low, and I think it's just because I knew this week's busy, and there's some traders again that are just totally avoiding it. My way of being cautious is just sizing down. So trying to practice, trying to make these trades, but I don't want to get punched in the face too hard if I do get hit. So hope you guys had a good trading day. As always, trade long, trade strong, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.